Hello everyone. Hello everyone, sorry. I have a bit of a sore throat today. But I am recording this a little bit late in the day because I watched anime all day. So it's actually supposed to be my bedtime at the moment. But yeah. Um I assume you guys can hear that my throat is a little bit hoarse. Um because I have a sore throat at the moment. So it's a bit hard to speak. Um, Anyways, I'm trying to look for my watering can, but I realize that it's being upgraded right now. So I think the best thing that we can do today is to mine some rocks, since we're not able to do any gardening or anything like that. So let's go mining. I don't think I really need to do anything else today. Today might be a little bit short. I'm not sure if I should stay in the mines for very long. I'll just use up all my energy and such. Oh, actually, I didn't quite expect that it would be difficult to speak this hard. Um, but yeah. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today is more about the process of how I do anything creatively. Like, you know, pixel art in general is what I talked about yesterday, but the next thing I want to like take a deep dive, like a explanation on how I do stuff that includes writing or anything that needs like creative thinking. So let me give you guys an example. So, oh, I forgot my sword. I did not bring my sword. It's still early. I can just run back. But that's what I get for being distracted. Um, Anyways, as I was saying, so oh, um, I just skip this. I'm a bit impatient today. As I was saying, is my voice a little bit soft today? I think it is. I'm not sure. What did I change? Um, I wasn't supposed to change anything, but maybe it's just because of my sore throat. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, all right, back again to what I'm trying to say. I normally start with a sketch, so like a rough idea on what I want to do. Um, Before I even start looking for references, and that's the second step. So that, I mean, pretty self-explanatory when you describe it in a art setting, like like drawing setting. Like obviously you need to sketch first before you can draw anything. So that's pretty self-explanatory. But for writing, you have to do the outlines first. What you want to write, how big is the scope, like stuff like that. Am I making sense? Hopefully I am. Um, and after you do that, then obviously you need to look for references. In writing, you don't always need to look for references, but it has to come from like a certain kind of inspiration, right? No. So that's how I do, like, as for my pixel art or normal art. It's the same, right? Like, especially if the pose is a bit complicated, or the anatomy and stuff like that, it's very normal to look at references unless you're a god at drawing already. So um it's the same for writing. If you're writing something in a desert, obviously you need to look at cultures like that are related to that, since obviously it depends on what you're trying to write, of course. But let me give you guys an example. For the world that I'm writing in anima, um it's all based on nature and stuff, so I need to look at animals that survive in the desert. Like, you would find camels very common in the desert because they're very good at storing and using up their water, and they don't get dehydrated as quickly. So stuff like that. Stuff that you can apply to your story. If it's like a more social story, for example, like a love story, then you need to study how different kinds of personalities affect a relationship, since that's the story that you're gonna write. And after that, you actually do the first, after you after you do the sketch and stuff like that, you do the draft. For I guess for drawing, I guess it counts as the line art. And then for writing, it's the draft. And then after you do the draft, then you um make sure that everything is what's this? You add more stuff there. You add color, I suppose. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory again for the drawing part, but um for writing it's a little bit different. It's just in my experience, like, whenever I start something like a new idea, it's always the difficult part is always the start, and you can get easily lost in like all the ideas and stuff. Um, so these ideas that I'm sharing right now really helps, in my opinion at least. Like, it can be long term, can be short term. Like writing a book, it still follows the same pattern. Or writing a single D&D session, I use the same. So my story is somewhat consistent and, like, easy to follow, stuff like that. And it's for an artwork, like a visual artwork, then you'd start developing like a process and an art style for each artwork that makes it easier for you to draw and have that consistent like work style or art style as well. Am I making sense? I also didn't not. I also don't know why I'm starting this conversation. I'm just, I don't know. I guess I'm inspired to do one. I'm sorry again for being late. Spent all the afternoon watching My Hero Academia. Well, actually, not just afternoon, all since mid morning. And I cooked some lunch as well, and played some other games. But mostly I watched anime. Actually, I didn't. I don't think I played anything else. I just watched anime. I just want to be caught up for the latest season. I think it's coming this year. I'm not sure. Whenever it is coming, I'd want to be ready for it. And it's awesome. It's great. I've heard a lot of stuff about My Hero. We're just going off topic here, but it's not as good, but I think it's still pretty good. They're not gonna stay in the academy for too long, right? At some point they're gonna leave, but I think it's good. Not sure why a lot of people don't like it. I think it's fine. Also, we're getting really, really close to getting 200 stone, which is very good. We can build another fish pond. This is good. More rocks. A little bit more. And again, those advice applies to all sorts of stuff. World building, character writing, any form of art. I think it's important that you have a process in place so that your time is sufficient while doing it, and again, you develop a process for it. Anyways, it's currently Monday. Again, it's a bit late in the day, but I hope you guys are doing well so far, or be starting your week strong at least. I hope you've rested well during the weekend. I certainly have. A lot of stuff happened during the weekend, which is great. Lots of relaxing time as well, which is good. Yesterday I was asleep for like, I don't know, more than 10 hours, I think, which was really really good. I think we need to we need to head home. I'm missing like oh, do I have 200 stone? Yes, I have 200 stone now. Good. That's all I needed. And yeah. And yeah, it's Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. A lot of stuff went down, which is good. Me and my partner ate out at Sunday. Oh, was it Saturday? I think it is Saturday, since I slept all day on Sunday. However, I have not gotten any sleep today yet, and I just want to finish this recording and then go to sleep because I'm all catched up on My Hero Academia. I can't believe I watched it all so fast. I just gotta say though, there's a lot of fillers for some reason. Not a huge fan of that, honestly. Um, it depends. Depends on what kind of filler it is. If I feel like it's a setup for something, then it's fine. But most of the time, I don't feel like it's set up for anything. So it's kind of that's kind of bad. Anyways, we're not gonna go fishing. We're just gonna go check some corals in the beach. Since we have some new fish ponds that are full, we can put in some corals in. I think yesterday we got a couple, which is great. I think we did that mad dash to try and get home. It's just we'll need a lot more. I also have some catfish available. I think we're gonna use the catfish for future. Actually, it's Shane's birthday. I think we should. I think he should still be here in the saloon. We're not gonna romance Shane, but I'm just. Let's just, be good friends with him. Oh, even if he doesn't want us to bother them. Not sure who to go for still. Maybe Liam? He's cute. I don't know though. Tomorrow we're gonna get our watering can, which is great. I can start making my 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 plants more efficient. And by the time summer rolls in, I'd like to 3 corals. This is great. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Awesome. This is awesome. Corals are what we use to get more fish. Oh, I'm gonna miss that, but oh well. I'm not sure if this is faster. It definitely feels longer, I think. I'm not sure why I did that either, but here we are. I think this is faster. Because the forest is so massive, Anyways, that day went really, really quick. I'm not sure if that was really good or not, but I'm a bit tired. I normally would like to try and record stuff earlier, but I really got distracted watching My Hero. I'm so sorry. It's very rare that I binge watch stuff actually, so forgive me. When is this one gonna get the corals? Oh, this one is already on. Anyways, that should be all for me. I don't want to overtime this episode too much, but I hope you guys are having a good day so far. Good start of your week. I hope you guys build some momentum coming into this, and yeah, that's all for me. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. And see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.